Yeah, try come on so any paying for some that's in the edin come kama ewan say Greenfield Herbal Center Father Manafi Mr. All Properties one of the Romana San come where they bro Memphasa Kwenya wesu Kwame Free Doctor Extraordinaire Kwame Water she also Green Shield, right?
Yeah, Green Shield.
Hospital. Kwame Marciano pay one of the next big things that ABC or Ghana through Kwame Free. So watch this space. Maybe I will be a Dr. Kwame Free says you also Green Shield Medical Center. Good morning. I was here because he needs no introduction, especially the countdown 52 days more to one of the biggest area of expertise. About 21 cents. I was here, Jiman, and international. Oba multimedia editor Okunini Bakopan. One of our youngest programs directors, Osai Elder, or Pentecost Asafumu. Debbie, Kumasi Asante Communications Officer.
Yeah.
What can I say?
You know what time it is.
I know what time it is. I know what time it is. Philip was able to do that for Obi, so I say. Well, may Kyle say and come on, I know if you come and the Musa, if you've been kumkuni na the Musa, sa kwenye bemjabenya bring what me at me Eddie and come. Quickly, I could see Mesha say also the controversy surrounding MPs Attack provide you more with a bambo. Ebinum susu say into be chain will be and that's a school of thought. Ebinum say even with the ratio as we are saying 1 to 500 the crown. Yenya edna ye 1 to about 2,000 3,000. Yes, I
1 to 800.
1 to 800. Yes, I be so abba ede abedu sa mpempensu emmo ekwambiazo. So your thought on this matter?
Ni nyina ye insecurity I woman. Ofia am robbers akwam kafo omakoto ahyenkofo so ni ade oman ye nyina ye nipa na mmom dibie bi nti ebinum wo anim si ebinum one yekoto aba say easy a close ni nomination obi a wa file say asem to na ma ento aba na sa constituency no ye ento aba say nyina ye nipa na ka de na ba ko pefiri mu a sa constituency obeka ya esunafo south Professor Janamwa 2000 close to the election and we free omodi tabun to so after general election no mo share da foforo e mo ko to aba na ne yire anti Cecilia edinkunim now uba ye presidential candidate manu sisumuna so se yankopon ndi ye ho afofie na som to any of the candidates abade ento enso beka se nyina ye nipa enti nkofo ya hye da bom hoka so mo komra hye badwam no mo nko hye emra mayen na che so mo ye titiri wo man mu o mo hia bambo enye se police ni anabambo ni betra ne kam no de ne koba o mo hia bi wo mu fi o mo hia bi ba bi o mbeko bia efi se sa nkofo no asem to o mo na o mo hwero mo nkwa o ma ne boka yakoba election yeka political parties campaigning no ma no nyina na gise bia ye yen sakraye but wo ye constitution mu but wo hwe ne wo sisie ya esese ye mo bambo na emum na no nkire se man bambo na mate school of thought bibri say I say na confront kura no kura sophisticated weapon ni ade a ombetumi police ni ba ko de onye hwe obeye bibi ono ye hye da tete no sani osi tutuo wo ne me yenim se wo pese bi a eno nche se wonim tuo to sin police ni na osrani a ye hye da tete no se ontutuo ye beka ya akwam highway robbers kuma se kwan so efi kuma se eko tamale kintabo baby just police officer ba ko pe am robbers ananka bus sibi omkotwoma o silence o munyina entiri se mai ye mrasonjo before no ekwan se ye momo bambo a me eye ebi so omo di djuma titru djuma sumia mo man no na emom no nkire se omo pe no ye nipa wo man se police administration short force or ha adana emrante ne mabo abibiri pe djuma ye na yenye proper screening aban pesika ne mom nkom oh se police administration abamba no clearance na obefa nipa bebree like a community biya ye Bible eba de sa ebeboa. Number 2, apart from say ye pay nipa bobu ban no, we need CCTV cameras all over. Eba de sa pe omo di say rukasam ye be che omo ewu yampo say abrochire ni ade nyina wo fa bebi a CCTV camera nti se wokọ na wokodi nsamoni bi a quickly on be chew nti sa no nyina no se aban ehihye a ebeboa nti me fuaso me gitum the interior minister Ora Musderi nhihye odi aba no eye MP for ye mo ban wo ka 2016 presidential candidates including Accra don go nyina ye mo police escort say mo police escort ye to oba ni yomu di ntoni o mo withdraw services nyina. So at this moment we need them.
I see, but Obi meaning probably to come up. So maybe my worry has been that 3 arms of government.
Yeah.
So there's one left out in terms of Bambo. Again, yeah, understanding this any who can say arm of government, you know, you're born home bayana. And I say, again, that trigger even for somebody to think otherwise. Any who can say multimedia Bambo because they are grounded in law. Say clearly they should have that protection.
Yeah. And I think the challenge has been say how
even to add up one of the loose ends are what Ghana I'll be roam freely. I think I will call her. She said, "I it's Parliament."
yeah. Parliament. Yeah.
One of the loose areas. Bambo wants them, and she said, "To simple more than 100% is the Parliament of Ghana."
Yeah, I think because of how politicians need be conducted over the years, you know, into BBI caught to the benefit of the politician. So we thrown it out. Say a man for indecisive young farmer one, and say me young farmer one. The politicians would always lose because people will go like the usual, you know, populist sentiment. No, why do you want to take care of a few people and all of that? But I think say you put the constitution then I believe say injustice to the member of parliament now cause for far too long. And I'll take you to Article 71 of the 1992 Constitution. And it says determination of certain emoluments. The salaries and allowances payable and the facilities and privileges available to A, the Speaker and Deputy Speakers and Members of Parliament. B, the Chief Justice and other Justices of the Superior Court of Judicature. C, the Auditor General, the Chairman and Deputy Chairman of the Electoral Commission, the Commissioner for Human Rights and Administrative Justice and his deputies, and the District Assembly's Common Fund Administrator. D, the Chairman, Vice Chairman, and the other members of I, National Council for Higher Education, howsoever described. I, the Public Services Commission. I, the National Media Commission. IV, the Lands Commission. And V, the National Commission for Civic Education. Being expenditure charged on the consolidated fund shall be determined by the President on the recommendations of a committee of not more than 5 persons appointed by the President. It goes on, blah, blah, blah. In Article 71 office holders. No almost salaries,
personality.
Yes. Almost facilities now will be determined by the President. In consultation with the committee will be put it together. And almost the will be determined by Parliament. Almost follow under Article 71. Into will be determined by Parliament. The President himself, the Vice President, the Chairman and other members of the Council of State, Ministers of State, and Deputy Ministers, being also expenditure charged on the consolidated fund. Almost all of them was security provided by the state, apart from members of Parliament. And I think that is the injustice against MPs. Maybe this is the time I was near correct injustice. The other things when and of course I think because of the sheer numbers of MPs into 275 together protections are boom. But man, here is the trick. Say obi a MP. Now okokoye even a deputy minister. Your man is security protection. All and as we speak, bear 200 MPs omo deputy ministers or ministers and omo ni police for him. And I think it's not a fair arrangement. Okay. And to be fair, if you say you do leveler, if all the other Article 71 office holders, save a few, with security protection, it's only fair.
What of those of us almost say those with that mentality?
No, I think we are MP, we are there, doesn't arise because they are provided for in the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Article 71.
I have a difficulty even reading the Constitution, the Constitution, understanding it. Yeah. That mentality, maybe say more educated, and more to say me. We are MP,
no, a man for any free. We are MP, we are OB because a representative democracy. Sure. A member of parliament, 31 million people. Ye 275. In the Nipalite parliament or ye representative in the parliament on its own or to representing the 64,000 people at Tuabamano in his constituency. In the one representing people. You know, it's a man for who say, and that is why say MP eto ene. You better say a by-election, and the cost of a by-election, exactly. way above the cost of maintaining one police officer for a member of parliament. And I think we have to dispassionately discuss some of these issues and know say nipa baako. Ma obia or representing nkofo. But of course, the medical akano. Omo nso omo conduct bi and was say omo and oman this whole thing say aden ye hwe MPs na timamufu ayaka no ye ya ho bambo no etesey. That is to say MPs because oman say executive de benya power abo wo ho ban a say executive be timi recruit police officers say executive be timi ato accoutrement e de ama ye police e de ama ye military a it has to go through parliament. Okay, so in the loan agreement ye dey toss annual money nyina ama police e de ama military e de ama air force e de ama navy, it goes through the same parliament. Okay. And we have to discuss the issues.
Meneni adwen nti no enye nipa no
dem bia na
wakọ gina no enti say ye wo a wuti wa wo kase na omo ye
na wo ko gina
sa na ye de be ma wo efi se bisa omo se say nipa no ofi parliament oluzu election sa protection onya na onya
but that
office and yes em fema no eno no.
Okay, then once you are dealing with mindsets and mentalities and the attitude, no road, no vote, no light, no vote. Primitive, Anna. And say, what's calling for this?
The point is, people go out there to vote with certain expectations. And when the expectations are not met, I say, clock sack, and I say, ICU, and I say, any of these other labor organizations, NAGRAT, NAT, also the tool to demand for certain things due them, demonstrations, sit-down strikes, and all of that. Ain't that tool in the hand of the citizens? Our free say when it gets to that level, also deploys our tool now, they will deploy it. But only demonstration and as a sit-down strike for doing sick. Timing is very critical. And also timing, the time I will strike here, would be what you want. A bit more impact, you have to deploy it. And one of the most critical times, when it's close to election.
But in Africa, Ghana, the times in election time.
Oh,
it's like every time anybody must your time close sack, NAGRAT, NAT, I see wine doctors, time in I check for 5 months too.
Yeah, but when they mostly, when they deployed in election year proper, and when they push former President Mahama, because at the time now all the industrial actions, now AC between 2015 and 2016.
But it was a good of
they had to make the point say, Charlie, we've seen a lot of
this.
But
it is painful to hold politicians to ransom when it's a countdown to election. But and more mind the best of job. Because the NTM say primitive mentality that countdown to election. I deserve that my role should be done. It was not done. I'm quiet. When I get to the point of voting, I know whether I can entrust or I cannot entrust.
Yeah.
So where is it coming from? No, as if say you have to beg for that thing that you deserve to be done for you. That's why we are in a democracy.
Yes.
That's my worry because because the mentality that you are begging for light is not real.
Yeah.
The mentality that you are begging for rules is not real. It is due you, but the person is not doing it. If it's not coming across with any convincing message, you have the right.
By because the demands on the national purse no endorse. I say what the purse.
But that education is also not there.
Yeah.
Sa a normal way see if you are man your phone ankasa. Omo born to IT. Me ba me ye mukwana mamo. Me ye we amamo. Me ye we amamo wa hwebo MP nye kwan MP be hwebo so be ye kwan. Omo kasa wo radio ni TV so etie. Ya breso mfie nan. Ye so kilometers. Ye kwan we atoni paditri. Enti so koye obi de ne so be me de. So enti no mo ankasa no eno na omedi koye omo campaign. Na nkofo so gina so no mato aba na ma omo. Ya fi da koye o campaign mato aba ma na bere na so. Na wonya kwan na ye koto aba. So wo be hwe no so no de oni akonya so on so hyekire.
No miemiem.
No opushi omo. What is a voter region? O my demonstration tia MPP abai say ma anye kwan na mama yento abama. What is that? It doesn't happen because we say honya strong vote. Baby no road no vote no. Kokohwe margins na wo. Aha. Inte say abaim na manyofrum di no kore. Ghana sisi a yebise ho say akwan dodo a yenye wo mai mu. Eyesai. Amanyofo bitumanya akugudu aka kire. Ese mutumi ka kire ese Ghana sase nyina yesai. Akwan a yeyi ana de beyi ana akwan sese ye no. Ne dodo yesai. Emfie na bia no. Ye di se beka ho. Enti enu so a wo de yenhwe emfie nwotwe akire. Yenhwe emfie du akire. Yenhwe emfie nkron akire. Wo so de beba na nipa no waye den wate no ho ase. Na mo esanse wo upese wo de ya manyonsem. Na wo kohye nipa na chi no piapia na otutia wo opponent na no de 2 minima wa afi obeje wo ho. Anything no road no vote bi no eba.
Well, you've just joined Philip Osebo Sudan. Irakwesi Ajimana wa yedi enkomo. It's enkomo about Ghana and the whisperings in Accra. In so to be you've not been in Accra for too long a time. You've been in Accra, in Western region to be precise. To be the real situation, but you've read a lot about it. You should see at the Kokoso. Maybe I can't say me yen TC 1992. You seen it. From 1992, BC and Nano Po, Yamidia Domina Menoka say. Amania me born say. You charge just on sure how do it fire so without getting anywhere close to a solution. Are we bereft in terms of ideas to solve it? And I said the mentality and the attitude of many Umi and Akwesi and the Jabidu Sampenpensenpensenmu. And I said that political will has always been and continues to be the challenge. Because 1992 Daily Graphic, you read flat. 93, 94.
92 when I have Daily Graphic Monday, April 18th, 1960.
Oh,
1960. And the headline, when the rains came to Accra. Now, Oshe flooding now a war, and this is, I think, the back page, 1960. The back page of the newspaper. I can lead now. Or say, these pictures tell the story of the day when the rains once again came to Accra. Many streets and houses were completely flooded following a heavy downpour of rain in Accra at the weekend. At the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, traffic was held up for 2.5 hours. In the nearby houses,
1960.
Yeah, 1960. As seen in the left picture, women used buckets and pans to collect water from their flooded compounds. In all, 2.45 inches of rainfall was recorded. This is believed to be the heaviest rainfall in Accra for 1 year. The above picture shows the flooded Kwame Nkrumah Circle and the traffic that was held up. People had to wade knee deep. This is Accra, 1960, April 18th. Now Monday. French for can be almost say, please sashans, then police amem shows. The more things change, the more they remain the same. You know, there's really nothing new on
well, you see, Enkranya, geographers, ebe kachira ose. Uche Nkransa senemu miensa, emu mienu yensu, 2/3. Ena, Enkranhan, asasene wo form epono wo soro. Inti we den insuo to a problem beba. Now, in sasene nyina no, ewa busua ena nano ayefo sem. Enya aban dia. Na nano no no oton. Aha yensuo, oso beto a obeton ama. Inti nsuo no to a ebeba be hawo. Meka wura ku 4 time. 2004. Nsuo to one crying. Flood all over the country. Tashi. Kwam na bete sabere no say no ye. Minister for Works and House. O se mi donya me buda no tashi. De edemia na e blocking water nsuo kwan. Anopa wa organizing the forces. Na machines ye kwa kubudan. Na call a ba from a bank sim. Kwa mi jai. Na obi politician a wa bem. Zanko fo no to maye. Na wo de unsa ko kampe ye be lose vote ho na ka say swing dada no the politics afem sa na ye jama na. That is the situation. Enti answer na anka baby be sha se be tumpo be develop no. Ese se layout ni bibia eni ho. Ni to so hwe gota ni mu. Gota ye nkata so. Ye tu wira gum. Anwe si no. Ensuo no to a ebebu afa so one of the causes. Because as a can keto ano a couple secondary drains na quotation na kobopu. And so no ebe kwa edu baby a na spread the problem. So attitude na change. Wa ankasa nkra uba ye adwuma se. Why pa no hu se ensuo ato na wakose se bibia kogu bole me yakwachi bi da. E 1 or 2 bi. E ya na ya ni munyan ma ni afa. Low lying areas ni akosi dan ho because obi a ye de ope enti because baby wo ha anka ensese nipa travel enso no nipa ados won kran every year bia according to statistics from Ghana Statistical Service about 100 to 150,000 and the bank kran omo bank kran
so nya hwi
omo ba ekoba at the end of the year no a move 10,000, 20,000, they remain. So pressure we put on the facilities available. Enti bebia oho ye nsuom kra or the kiosk back kusi ho akwa condemn. Enti nso to a be peta no ekofa ha wo ba yesi aban. So enti until say ye obema kwan ma ye engineers aye adwuma yi no. Sa problem ebe ba because aban meka say be dey sabeka bo se ento aba ma wo and I say na dey politics. And meja awo. That is what is happening. Wọ́n hwẹ́ Kwame Nkrumah circle. Ensuo ni fie buri. Enemu saa na befa Paloma nima gota no. Ufi Paloma wo de fa drain storm drain no maye na. Ewura Nkrumah circle ko fa yin. A block. Kwame Nkrumah ye underground storm drain. Omo ye Dubai no. Me engineer because o say me ko kan e be yimedi. O catch me pain was omo ye storm drain a nsuo no fa but omo ye duba ko catch re sa foreign expert no firm contractors munyai ahase omo afi no enti be hwa na nsuo tap na flood ho de but na enye too massive if it da omo si sa de ni we pede bia problem nsuo no ba na be fa crematorium cemetery so na edu e fa drains now close to manaka kitu ebi. Volumes of water na free a boom possible ban. And also, we can contain it. Look at what is happening. Bagre Dam. Yako, Abam, Ora Kufo Yebi, Ora Lawrence, Aba Benyina Abeyebi. Yoni Burkina Faso Transit, and Omashe road map, and a bed then, you better construct so canal, you be seen there. Into not penny, Prepage, or same in Cranfrad. But the dam may be in France can be a contributing factor. Because in soon a navigate a ɛsɛ sɛ kɔbɔ kɛseɛ mu na ɛkɔ ne kɔbɔ pu akɔsi sɛn enti yaa na yɛdi yɛn ho aborɔ saa nipa yaa no ɔkɔ aburokyire a na sɛ yɛtɔn efie kora wɔ nsuo mu ɔnkɔtɔ ɔwɔ sika kora ɔntɔ ɔbɛdi mmara so ɛnso ha no ɔnni mmara so.
Well, I think akwasi aka ne nyinaa but one other thing I was saying nyinaa yɛhu ne sɛ Accra ankasa no as a city no ɛwɔ low lying area ɛwɔ bepɔ ase enti what it means is liable to flood so wohu no saa na then you put in measures to deal with it. I think the biggest problem Accra face is storm drains akɛseɛ. The biggest storm drain in Accra ɛyɛ Odo. Odo.
And you are crazy.
Odo. That's our biggest. Odo number 2. It's open.
Yeah.
Open storm drain. And your biggest storm drain is open. We need about 3 or 4 of such, but it was just one. In Accra flooding, no, a matter of course, it will happen every year because fundamentally, idea was here to change the situation here. And apart from storm drains, I need akɛseɛ no, and after human attitude, human settlement, and so as a compounded problem, no. In the attitude, here to even gutters akakra na ye one and only nkete no. Ya sign so ama in ura assign is apart from you, I don't know. This engineer in Amon Kote. Yes, Amon Kote made the point. Say, so we show you major highways within Accra. It would be for N1. Oshe N1 to your right, N1 to your left. In Sase da enimu ansan wakwa akoto stalls no. Ni nyina wo hu bare land. Inti anwea inti nsuo to a ehogoro ni na yensu enam yakwan so nyina ya na ani ko because e de anwea e na eba na aba be si gutters a yetwitwa eto akwan enchen no na anwea na se aba be si no inti nsuo san to bie ope ebebu e de afa gutter ne si ye problem no edoso bebe o si edua green grasses ye nua bebe o si e pavement blocks because how do you many nyina wo roll e wo neoma eye and we just have to sit down ubebusa won say conti project na e wo sanka eba be here major storm drains they could see saying recently the Works and Housing Ministry the babetu just on Monsaka some $200 million for some of these projects. We know the what
that,
to do.
No, delete that aspect.
We just have to go ahead and do it.
I'm saying delete that aspect.
And apart from that, man, the biggest challenge again, said here, building in waterways. I think and only a 10% contributory factor to the problem. The 60% building bigger storm drains. Yanya no the getting yaga. Omua is see and another near this uncommon way could see saying so. Omua is see a dying in waterways. Now saying roads minister to pull down certain buildings and road reservation.
And David because I salute that minister.
Yeah, he's doing some incredible job. But it was other ministries and so agencies, department they are responsible so one ejuma. Or more what the various assemblies or more permit. Because obi was say they see waterways, be okone wa, obey permit achel. Onya permit ne way. Nipa na or the permit ne man no. Si ebu me dan ni gu wi a. Nipa no ma me permit. I didn't know sign or that's where adwuma. Aye tria ne kabo so.
Okay, so we just wrap up. We cannot do without a bit of politics. From what I want to say, MPP and this year, to us one is the same. But be a campaign.
But yes, but I'm getting disappointed in the smaller parties.
The
PPP, PNC.
I don't know how you're going to
oh, my whole campaign me when he.
But
the story on some more underground.
Joy FM4 with the
Joy on the platform. Anyway.
But okay, house to house. Only capre.
And so
only that na you're going to share a year about what is it? Any pay. No,
LPG.
No, capre.
So LPG only the obedient.
So
let's so much. And to me, who say NDC a rematch between MPP and NDC, a rematch of 2016. Would it be say John a beji akunya fi na nansem?
Okay.
Would it be na number confirm the superiority over John and it's very interesting. But omo ye juma.
If you watch the space, healthy
campaign ikoyi. Send your more issues based.
If you compare 2016 campaign strategy of these two major political parties to 2020,
difference room. COVID no abe change dynamics no.
Okay.
Those days now ube sisanko for rally nipa etwam. This obey retail campaign. One call house to house say Jehovah Witness ni a to abane ma. Ese so ne transi. No one kasa Jehovah Witness oba ube pamo no. Oba 1 2 3 4 5. Da bo man akonya transi pe we.
No ne wi.
Onu we bu one wa bag no di dechi.
We bo so mbo monitor nkwan so awo ye na.
Eti bon say this time no.
Yeah.
We should join on nam central region okogu mwanyanya.
No,
yes. Na ba omi aso na machire prof opoku agiman. Oko ma se no aba am so Ashanti region. Eti no mo retake campaign o mo ye eye issues based because media na makwan ma atem didie ni ayam emabiem enti sisi an kan de wo obetimi ayam ama o manfo na de bia me ka se o mienu nyina di bida na nado o wie ni 4 years John abedi bida enti baby so se wo ba de na ye wo so wo beba na o share bo no e de na why emu se na why eno na ebeji
those are the issues
those are the issues in the issues because
there's going to be interesting.
I think fundamentally, man, we no be more of not what you say, but what you did when you were given power.
Or what you have done.
Yes,
you have
yes, because two flag bearers need that tasty power. In what did you do when you were given power? That's your record in your campaign, and I think you see a lot of the political vitriolic attacks, you know, because you near mass campaigns, mass rallies.
Yeah.
Who's the mostly no offro rally platform now? Bibi be wrong, okay, cause
Ujina Kumasi Abbas Parker. Me ba me si me de punyina ba bo leg bosumchim.
As I say, rally in the hobby. You have to change strategy to suit the current way. And I think the political parties now responded so well. At least the NPP and the NDC. He made the point that the campaign is not exciting. More hard work now because it was a movie from community. First, one comes, we make a rally. Now, you have to visit about 10 community within a constituency. In Tiama, you need more hard work, you need more resources, and all of that. One other thing is we define a campaign this year, of course, the murder of the infantman, because our major issue. It brought in its wake this whole thing about MP who are not Neyere and a party because we've had
serious
examples from Sayo Sudoku, that's Sayo Sudoku, Yehu Ayawaso West Wogon, and then the infantman
and Sutifi South.
Yeah. But my only and Rana Meye readings mean who say it's not peculiar to Ghana. Say widows taking over from Omo husband in Parliament. When you go to the US Congress, 47 women have been elected or appointed to fill congressional vacancies created by the death of their husband. 8 to the U.S. Senate and 39 to the U.S. House of Representatives.
It's not out of order.
47 women and they could replace you in the U.S. And it goes back to history. I mean, OSHA data now, 1931 ABC in the U.S. The same for the UK. UK, so numbers near quite interesting.
How many men have also replaced their women?
No, we need data.
Because
the Center for American Women and Politics. They focus a bit
but I was able to, sometimes they do this time, you are not telling so how many men?
And also replace them.
Maybe
we'll do that.
Well, said we see pointing to the 47 years. Emu awurem kakra.
Political scientists because take it time maybe a dream money will move to
so when panel mu nyina o na me fa san to e man nyina akoma so dia na mo kika kaje dia da wasa kwesi me da se obi me da se me be sia me se nya me de chair am se juada e beba but dia kan say ene mu na wasa ine ni kwan se ka twe nya nko na mu na ho we have the grace that we are all under but the here say also there we e beta to very very important after from you pe betimi aba maybe a person ka chair kwesi assembly a want me anka o ka chair say bosu the 120 me anka o ka chair me say the measurement me anka be ja to 0302 21170 equals 4 Ivy Plunge or is it Tantra or Mile 7 food shop or food joint or food bar or food cocktail. Good morning Waji Brown so o shebi wa o shebi bia no me re fi mi krom himada aditwi mo amro sa Kenya is number 1 and number 2 him am so and din na aba from team and uni say Kenya is number 1 here no e say afu nyina no or vice House of Chief.
Oh, regional House of Chief.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or mine or say Kofi Abriu. And then we believe more. And now Chief Covenantia, number 2 mine.
Michelle GJ president.
Okay.
Dr.
Afelmoni.
Organizing GJ elections.
Yeah, honorary.
Organizing GJ awards next week.
Next week.
GJ
Awards.
GJ Awards.
Oh,
next week.
Next week Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they be now.
Good. On the last term of office.
Yes.
Or that's 2. 8.
Yes.
Yeah, we did 2 terms.
No, 3.
3 years.
But he has been on the executive for about 12 years.
You need to subject him to the change he brought to the front.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. I was on a panel with him, I think 3 days ago, or Holiday Inn.
Okay.
Now, a Bank of Ghana, any savings and loans, or more association, and media, workshop, into where many on Bernard Avle were on the same panel. I mean, I think he's done his best for journalists in this country. You cannot do it all. I think over the past 6 years, we would look back and say, he's moved the association to another level.
That's right.
At least, Omuebeba after him would also continue.
Okay. All right. So the likes of Gifty Afenidazi, and then he took over.
Absolutely.
I
mean, I know they say Cabral Blair me here.
He's with the low.
I mean, they be who say they were fascinated Joseph Akable.
Yeah, Akable.
Yeah, Akable.
Oh, I see.
Uzo mo ye oyenzemani
oh,
good. Inti de bia otie kosi san pa.
Good.
In your stomach blame more than crab ray.
Oh, great. So, yes, good morning. One hour, good morning. Hello, good morning. Well, unfortunately, the VCR say, only Obian Hoa and I just over there. Commercial Santicotico continues to be the best. As a folk, the Monfan company.
Just as a
too
much. Just as
a too much.
Never say that.
Or they see me sorry.
One new justice now. Yeah, Belon.
Oh,
one will go to new justice now.
Now, Kablasta, Kotogo super.
Kotogo,
Kablasta, say.
No, I mean, Kablasta.
Party. Enjoy your weekend.